Ooh, hey there, guys. You should see my house right now. It is flooded. We had a ton of rain here last night, ton of wind, and I've got a nice lazy river running up my driveway to the point where I had to get like these rubber rain boots I have, right? I had to get those to basically get to my car. Otherwise, my shoes would have been destroyed. And I'm not one for fancy shoes or $1,000 kicks, as you call them. But if my socks are wet, I'm not a happy man. So I have these big rubber wading rain boots for when it floods like that. To just basically get to my car. And then I just change my shoes quick when I'm sitting in the car. Which, when you're bulking, gets harder and harder. Eventually, it floods so much because my property is way too low, and it needs to be raised, just based on like the water table in the area, and nobody ever did that. So, you know, it's on my ever-expanding list of things to do, but that's all right. It doesn't matter. You just find little obstacles in your life and topple them one at a time, man. Makes you a stronger person. Even something as minimal as that. You can't let something silly ruin your day. So, on that note, it is Monday, International Back Day for John. And we are feeling good, feeling strong. Went out for a great steak dinner last night. That was a great time. Should be nice and fueled up. I've been upping my calories here and there. What I'm thinking today, a buddy of mine, this kid Jake, who I know from the gym, he showed me this really cool attachment for the regular cable row. I guess you can clip it on anything, but it wouldn't make sense on most things. Where instead of using your hands, it kind of wraps around your like your tricep a little bit. So it kind of wraps there, so I could kind of be like this, totally open palmed, and doing rows. But it's kind of like a hunched over row to where you pull through. As soon as he showed me, I played with it a little bit because I was like a curious kid in a candy shop, man. But the only thing I didn't like about it was I was just nervous that it would fly off, you know what I mean? Because it stays like right here. I was nervous it would just go and leave me behind or leave my other elbow behind and pull me over. So what I'm thinking of doing is whenever I was doing those rows, I got a really good feel in my like by my spine, like by my scapula. So I'm thinking I'm going to finish off my back day today with using that new attachment and just row, but really more so pinch back. Like I always told you, I do those back, I call them back shrugs, which is a terrible name for them. I got to come up with something better. But essentially just like this, just that scapular retraction. I think that'll be a really cool piece to, or rather a really cool handle to try that out with. I'm not sure if it'll feel better or worse or whatever. What I do know is when I was feeling it, just trying to do the regular exercise with it, right? It had a lot of potential for my use in terms of really just mainly that exercise. And it felt great for a row, don't get me wrong. But in my own freaking crazy head, I don't think I would trust it enough for some heavy balls out sets of rows. But that's just me, you know. So that's on the agenda for the end of the workout. I'm feeling good, feeling strong today. We'll see what I weigh when I get there. But yeah, to be honest, I don't have a ton for you right now, man. We're simple back day, simple weekend. Simply eating a bunch of food, kicking life's ass, taking names, doing the best we can every day, and loving every dang second of it. But you know, something I do want to talk about is whenever you see highlight reels of people on social media, and I don't mean they posted some magical highlight reel, I mean, just looking at somebody's social media, you got to remember that it's exclusively a highlight reel of their life. You know, they're not going to post their failures. They're not going to post their failed PRs, anything like that. So you're going to see somebody posting, let's say, a max bench press. They're ripping out, I don't know, 405, right? Something like that. And you're sitting there, you know, on the toilet after your workout, scrolling, saying to yourself, oh my God, I can't do that. How is this guy so strong? How does he do this all the time? Just remember, you know, those people, first of all, they're not your competition. You're your competition. You're always trying to be better than yourself every day. That's the only person that you have to beat in the gym is yesterday's you. And man, you gotta kick his ass. You gotta really beat him up. Because you can't let yesterday you beat you. You're telling me a weaker, less mentally sharp you is gonna beat stronger, more experienced you? Come on. If anything, that's the person you should always be just taking them out, no problem, because you know that out of all the competition you're ever going to have in this world, right, the yesterday you will always be somebody that you can conquer. Because if you're working hard every single day, doing what you love, getting better at your art, getting better at training, getting stronger, being smarter, whatever it is, you know that you're always competing against somebody who has one day less of experience in all of those factors. And to let yourself be beat by that person, man, come on. We both know you're better than that. I know you're better than that. You know you're better than that. Your mama knows you're better than that. And your supporters know you're better than that. So don't let any of those people down, man. They don't deserve it, and you sure as shit don't deserve it. You know? Be better, do better. The biggest piece of advice I can always tell people. And, man, like I said, the people you're looking at on social media, on their magical highlight reels of life, where everybody looks like they're rich and happy, in shape, and jacked, you know, 9 times out of 10, they're none of those things. They'll, you know, they post pictures of themselves in Bali every weekend, you know, always smiling, always happy. Those might be some of the most miserable people you've ever met. Or they might be some of the happiest. It's like they say about couples, where if you say, let's just say you see a couple posting pictures of each other 7 days a week, all day long, and with these long lengths, oh my God, you're the love of my life, this, that, and the next thing, what would I ever do without you, my lady, my love, blah, 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 blah. And you throw up a little bit, you know those? Those are usually, not that you ever wish anything bad upon somebody. God, that's better. Those are usually some of the most unhealthy relationships, unfortunately. Because when you're constantly trying to prove to the world who you are, or who you are to somebody else, you forget to actually be that person, you know? When you post about motivation all day, you forget to do the things that motivation's supposed to entail, which is actually getting something done, you know? We find ourselves lost in the momentum-based rat race and forgetting to actually cross the finish line sometimes. What do I know? I'm just a meathead. I'm just trying to do what makes me happy, and whatever that means every single day, man, it's all that matters. As long as you're happy, shit, as long as I'm happy, I'll do that every single day, 7 days a week for the rest of my life. Doesn't matter what it is. And for me right now, not right now, just in general, my whole life, it is picking things up, putting them down, getting stronger, hanging out with cool people, right? And just always trying to make the most that I can out of this fragile thing we call a life that can be taken away in an instant. But you know what makes you stronger? And what makes it not taken away so easily? It's just getting jacked. Just being muscular and jacked up. Life can't hit you hard enough to kill you if it's got to punch through a couple inches of solid-ass lats, right? If life's trying to get to your heart and you got some pecs in the way, it's not getting there easily. It's going to have to fight for it. There's a stupid little saying I like where, I'm going to end you with this. There's a stupid little saying I like where you want to be the type of person that when you put your feet on the floor in the morning, the devil goes, oh shit, he's up. You're not getting me that easy, buddy. You're not getting me that easy. So guys, on that note, I'll see you inside. We're going to have a great back workout. Let's get it. Ooh. Let's do it. Lock in. Fuck. So, these were the high V-bar rows I was telling you about. It's a really old school machine. It's a great piece. It's a great way to hit that diamond, those rhomboids in middle of your back. That was my last set, my working set. I was actually had a couple partials at the end. Whew. On the lat pull downs. So these are those strap lifts I was telling you about. There's actually a funny story is there's a handsome son of a bitch on the lat pull down across from me. He's the guy who showed me. So these work really well to get that scapular workout, and I was telling you about at the end. Stretch and then a back shrug. Ooh. So whenever you do something like a scap shrug, it'll strengthen up all those muscles where your spine is here, right? All on the sides of it. That's the fucking guy, crazy, right there. That's the guy you showed me. Back day is toast. Time to go see what we look like. Let's get in there. Whew. Woo-hoo. Hey there. Back day is finished. We did great when we killed it. Weight's still climbing up like we planned. 241.4 today. So we're adjusting some digestive issues, and I think the corrections I made, I'll know in a week's time or so, give or take, but I think it's what needed to be done to continue to grow and continue to get the results. So, within a moment to spare, let's see what this back pump looks like real quick. Okay. We're getting a little chunky, but not bad yet. Once these go away, we know we went too far. All right. Nice and wide, taking up plenty of space. looking pretty good. Whew. Let's see what the legs look like real quick. 241. Lines are still there. I was dealing with some cramping issues for a while, and it had to do with digestion. I think we got it taken care of. Ooh, here we go. So, everything went well today. That scapular traction workout is weird, right? But you have a great feeling in between the, right along the spine. On that note, guys, I'll see you tomorrow and have a great day.